Yo, Vert. So,
Yo.
how you feeling about the Clippers altogether? You said you're a Kawhi guy.
Yeah, I'm a big Kawhi
How
guy.
do you feel?
You know what I'm saying? So,
wait. Before we get into that, like, elaborate on that. You a big Kawhi guy. What is?
I feel like when he's fully healthy, which I know it's impossible to say when he's fully healthy because he never is. But last year he was. I feel like he's a top 5 player healthy because he played both sides of the ball. He does everything. I know he does sometimes. Not like you said, he doesn't show up sometimes. But I feel like that's why they brought Bradley Beal in, and that's why they have James Harden. Y'all said James Harden doesn't show up all the time, but I feel like Bradley Beal can get back to his old ways, scoring the basketball. You got James Harden to assist the ball and everything like that. I just feel like they can get it done, bro. And then, like I said, you added the bigs. You just took Denver to 7, lost in Game 7. So if you add those bigs where you can guard Jokic, even though they added some bigs as well, I feel like it's just an upgrade. They got better. And I'm the best 4 teams is the Rockets, the Clippers, the who else I got? The Rockets, the Clippers, Houston, OKC, and Houston. I mean, yeah, that's the 4 right there. Yeah.
Do you remember you said Rockets and Houston?
Okay. So OKC, Rockets, Denver, and then it would be the Clippers in that order.
Miles, do you remember a theory that you gave us? This was probably about 6 months ago. The theory that you gave us on Kawhi Leonard, and it was real interesting. The theory that you gave us, and the thing that I was concerned with the most was exactly that. Like when the playoffs started, it gets more intense. The games aren't as spread out. We get to play more on top of each other. I mean, he wasn't bad in the playoffs. I'm not going to argue that at all. But we saw what would happen if, we were able to get Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs healthy. Okay, we did see that. And we also saw the year before that, I think we got, I want to say in the 23-24 season, we got 68 games out of him. We did. But he broke down in the playoffs. He broke down in the playoffs. Okay, so now what we did is we flipped it, and we got 37 games from him, and then we got to the playoffs, and
he was healthy.
He was 100% healthy, but we still weren't able to get it done, unfortunately. So
also the best player in the league.
Okay, 100%.
Yeah, but don't let Swiper convince you of that bullshit he just tried to spit that Kawhi Leonard didn't play good in the playoffs.
No, he did.
He did.
On top of that, what's it to y'all how many games Kawhi Leonard plays in the regular season?
It's everything. The reason why. Let me tell you why.
What does it matter to y'all how many games he plays in the? It's like y'all taking like it's a personal insult or some shit.
Who's y'all?
Everybody that got something to say about it, swiping out the shoe fits, you better put it on your raggedy ass feet. Now look, why do y'all care so much? The Clippers
got my pedicure.
Don't put the feet in the camera.
That's why
I just got a pedicure yesterday, Swipe. What?
But
now you got corns from your feet though. We don't need to see that, bro.
Like you were saying,
but chill.
I'm saying y'all take it like some personal insult or something. Like how dare you not?
But
play?
chill, wasn't I arguing with you the year before when Kawhi played 68 that he was better than him?
I think regular season matters. I think roster construction matters. I think teams do what they got to do to have the best chance they have in the playoffs, whatever they do. So I think the Clippers constructed a team to where their best player, who is actually hurt all the time, really seriously injured, hurt, and is trying to stay healthy. He just can't because that's the way his body is set up now.
Sure.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, why do y'all take it as such a personal insult? Like y'all the ones paying this nigga his contract or something.
Okay,
who is he addressing?
Keep going. Keep going.
Your big head ass. Swipe on.
How you addressing me?
I'm talking to Chill. I'm talking to every Kawhi hater in the world. I'm talking to
Blaylock.
I'm talking to Dookie Blaylocks. I'm talking to everybody in the chat that got something sick to say. He's trying to play as long as he can, and y'all are mad. Like, what y'all mad for?
Who? Hey, can you silence Nostradamus up here who's just yapping with his crusty munions on his feet? Chill.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Did we not have a whole argument
2 years ago
when I was arguing Kawhi Leonard better than Jason Tatum in 23-24? Did that not happen?
Like it got heated, in fact.
So
like
it did.
Look,
in the last two, y'all need to know this, and we have a guest here. In the last 2 years, Children called me basically an SOB, and he done swung on me in real life over the Jason Tatum stuff.
I'm swinging on the dude in the corner. Wait till I see him.
This has happened
twice.
twice.
In the corner. Wait till I see him.
So I'm saying that like Kawhi is legit.
Not him. Nope, not him. The other one. The other one in the corner.
Did he connect?
John D ain't do nothing.
John D, he stay out the food. He stay out the fray. The Clippers deserve to. I legitimately think the Clippers, they have an argument where they can beat anybody in a playoff series. I think they're going to be really good this regular season. When Kawhi sits down, I think they're going to be able to play like some actual NBA lineups. Harden will be there. Zubac will be there. Bradley Beal, I think for the most part, has played in his career. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like I believe he has. And then on top of that, you're going to have John Collins, who likes to play games a lot as well. You got Bogey on the bench. You still got Chris Dunn, my GOAT, one of the best, maybe the best POA defender in the league. You have a lot. And they got Brook Lopez coming off the bench, who Ron thinks is just as good as Al Horford. So I'm saying that, like, if you add all that stuff up together, man, that's going to be a really good regular season team. And I think that team's going to be pushing, John D., they're healthy, 52, 53 games, maybe.
The biggest problem that I have with Ox is the way that Ox talks about Kawhi Leonard. That's the problem that I have with you.
Yep.
You, Ox.
So now y'all on y'all pinch it. So
no, it's not.
I hate him because I've helped him up.
What's wrong with how you talk about him though? What's like explain that to me?
Because it's not matching what he's doing. That's
it's
the
not.
problem. That's the problem. He's talking about him like he's still 2019, 2020 Kawhi Leonard. 2020.
He was. In 2020, he got beat too, and I still bring it up.
But that's how he's still talking about.
Yes, you do. 2020. It's 2025.
Okay, Ox, you
I do not do that. I always say that he's not that same dude.
That a couple
Did I
of
not just say that
ago,
to last week?
A couple of months ago, you said to me, I vividly remember you saying to me a couple of months ago, Chill, you lucky. You worried about him getting healthy because if my man was ready, all of you dudes in the playoffs would have a problem. Okay, but he's not, and he hasn't been. So because he hasn't been, please stop talking about him like that. That's why you keep talking about him.
He was just
like
healthy, and he just
what happened.
Hell.
He lost to the best team in the league.
Hell.
I think he had one really extremely good game in that series.
Really
good.
good.
He just gave the Nuggets hell.
The problem is that you talk about him like he's still that dude, Ox. He's not.
He looked like that dude in that series, though.
If it wasn't for
not the one Ox is talking about. Not the one Ox is talking about, Ron.
You two. Look, and it didn't happen.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
No, I'm gonna do this. I do this. I'll point it to every phalange I got. Okay, look, chill. If it wasn't for Aaron Gordon, which
talk about it,
I'm not, and I don't want to say. I know I
talk
just
about
said
it,
but as you know, I hate to do that. But it's like y'all act like Kawhi didn't just give them hell. Of course, Zubac played great. James Harden had some really good games, but y'all not gonna sit up here and try to pretend. You can't rewrite history like Kawhi Leonard just didn't have a really, really good playoff run.
He didn't.
And it's the first time in a long time.
It wasn't 19. And once again,
but that's how you still talk about him.
No, it's not.
That's how you still talk about him.
No, it's
when
not.
You talk to me.
No, it's not.
I
said, rewind the tape. I specifically said Kawhi Leonard is never going to be 19 Kawhi again. I said he is never going to be 21 Kawhi again. I said he is never going to be 17 Kawhi again. I said that multiple times. Y'all both heard me say that. So stop saying that I'm talking about him like he's still prime Kawhi.
I'm talking. You talk about him like you talk about he's one of the three best players in the sport in the playoffs. And he did not do that though. Ox is what I'm telling you.
Right, to you don't think he's right.
To eyes.
Fuck people.
Let me say this.
I'm talking about. I think Kawhi Leonard played great.
Look, I feel like he can be the 2019 player again. This is the first time in a long time we've seen him.
This is what we're talking about.
Hold on. But
I didn't say that.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm listening.
I'm tell you why.
I heard Ox say that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Both of y'all together.
We haven't seen him in the.
Ron, put us together and put.
We haven't seen him in the season.
Yeah.
And then play the playoffs full and be in the season fully healthy going into the next season. So he's fully healthy. So he got to be able to play way more than the amount of games he usually plays. So this is gonna be the first time we've seen him like he's completely healthy. So I think he can get back. He might not be that elite guy, especially on the defensive end, but he can be close to it, bro. Like right there.
So I'm
just trying to figure out what more did we want from Kawhi? He gave you 25,
one of James Harden not to sell.
8 rebounds, 5 assists, and he shot it on 50-40.
But Ron, can we talk about we actually watched the series though, my bro? No, we watched the series though.
He balled out.
He played better than Jokic. He played better than Jokic.
That's what I'm saying. That's where the narratives go. That's what I'm saying. Kawhi Leonard in that same. No, that is
the best player, right?
One person is held to a completely different standard than the other. One person held to a completely different standard than the other. Even you saying that, cool. Kawhi Leonard had one game where he was truly dominant in the entire series. entire series.
Ron, you fight that,
And
Ron?
on top of that,
That's not fair.
No,
Ron,
don't
look at
fight
his
that. Don't
log.
fight it, Ron.
We
Don't
watched those
fight it,
games.
Ron.
We
But
all watched
that's
them
not fair
together.
to say, though.
No,
What do you
it's
mean it's
true
not fair
though,
to
Ron.
say?
It's true, Ron. It's true. He only had one very dominant game. The other games,
Game
he
two.
He had one dominant game. He had one lackluster game, and he had 5 really good games.
Yeah, he was good.
I'm
Now, I think
That's
the difference is to Verb's point. Verb thinks that he could get back to that because this is the first time that we've seen him in this postseason. I'm sorry, after the season is over, this is the first time we've seen him going into the season healthy. Well, here's the problem with that, Verb. He's never going to be that. Never going to be healthy. That's the problem. That's why the Clippers are managing him the way that they manage them. They did this. We tried to do this in the 23-24 season when he played 68 games. He ends up breaking down in the playoffs. Well, they tried to do it last year where they spread the games out and they started to ramp him up January. I mean, they got him back in the lineup in January, and it started to ramp up around March, right around when the playoffs started. And you saw what happened. He was still good in the playoffs, but from like what you just talked about, 19 Kawhi Leonard, that dude is gone. That dude is not coming back, right? Can he still be viable? Okay, I think he can be with the right amount of pieces around him. And a guy like Bradley Beal, I think Bradley Beal can help because I think he fits with what this unit is. But I think that we have to get away from what Kawhi Leonard used to be. We got to get away from that because he's not that anymore. If we're going to add pieces like Bradley Beal, because if we're being honest, I think, and Mars, you're the numbers guy. You remember this better than me. If I remember correctly, in 23-24, Bradley Beal averaged 19 a game or 18 a game in 53 games. Last year, he averaged 18 a game or almost 50% from the floor. So if I got a dude running with me like that can knock down open shots when I don't even have an elite playmaker like James Harden. Now, I got a guy like James Harden. I'm making Kawhi Leonard's life a lot less difficult. But you understand why Bradley Beal got on this crew. Bradley Beal did not get on this crew for bread. Bradley Beal did not get on this crew because it's Los Angeles and the bright lights. Bradley Beal got on this crew because he's trying to win. And the problem that we've had with the Clippers has been two things: James Harden performing in the playoffs and Kawhi Leonard's health. That's what this is going to be about in the end.
Well, chill. And took bad luck because they're the Clippers. But Morris, hello. I would like to drag you into the conversation, and I want to ask first: are the Clippers championship contenders in your eyes? And then second, I know you share a little bit of interest on the other side of where Bradley Beal comes from. So I would like to know, what does this mean for the Suns? But are the Clippers championship contenders?
Yes.
Based on what, Miles? I mean, if you look at the landscape of the Western Conference, when you think about a championship contender, a team that can contend for the championship as opposed to a team that can win it, do you think that that's what they are?
Yes.
Based on what? Just the fact that they got Bradley Beal?
Based on the fact that I think they were contenders last year. Well, a month ago when the playoffs were still happening. I think they were contenders then. I think Bradley Beal is good. I think John Collins is good. I think James Harden is good. I think Kawhi is good. I think Zoo is good. I think Ty Lue is a good coach.
Did they just get a bad draw? Did you think they just got a bad draw?
Yeah, I think Denver's a tough opponent. Denver was another team that, although I didn't think they were going into the playoffs, watching them in the playoffs, that was another team that was a championship contender. They ultimately played against another contender in the first round. If they would have played against Memphis or Houston or the Warriors, whoever, the Lakers, they could have been in the second round. They could have been in the conference finals, depending on the matchup. So I think they were relatively close last year. Bradley Beal, I think, helps them. I think Bradley Beal is better than Norman Powell. I think Bradley Beal for $5.5 million is going to be a steal. I think John Collins is a huge addition. I think Brook Lopez is good for the role that they're going to have him in. I just think they're a really good team. Yeah, I think they're a really good team. I'd probably have them as the fourth best team in the West, probably. But I could see them beating. You're muted, or I can't hear you. I don't know.
Regular season wise, or come playoff time?
Regular season, I think they'd be even below fourth. Regular season, I think they'll just be in the top 6 somewhere. Just trying to get to the playoffs healthy. But postseason, I think they're a top 4 team in the West. I'd lean towards fourth, but I can see them being better than a team like the Rockets, depending on how the Rockets look next year. But yeah, I think there's 4, in my opinion. Depends on how Dallas look when Kyrie's healthy. There's 4, maybe 5 contenders in the West. The Clippers are one of them.
That's what I'm still stuck on. Like I'm just really high on like a fully healthy Dallas Mavericks team, but I definitely do see where seeing where like the Clippers being contenders could come from, especially like the way the Nuggets played the Clippers in the playoffs, being able to help off Chris Dunn, being able to help off Chris Jones and not Chris Jones, Derek Jones Jr. and like forcing Kawhi to make very uncomfortable skip passes. But now it's like you keep a shooter that could be like one pass away and make it much easier and make the defenses like second guess if they want to trap Kawhi in different situations or playing James Harden in the pick and roll and him being able to get into the teeth of the defense and make skip passes, lob passes, pocket passes, things of that nature. So I think the offense is going to be really good.
Today, like if the season started today on paper, are they better than Minnesota?
On paper, yeah.
Are they better than
I think it's close. You said Golden State?
Are they better than the Warriors?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Oklahoma City, Houston, Denver. So they're better than Minnesota. They're better than the Warriors. Are they better than Memphis?
Minnesota will be better in the regular season. I think.
You think
Minnesota? I think will be better in the regular.
I think Minnesota will be better in the regular season too. But come playoff time, in terms of a matchup, if they had to see Minnesota in round 1, how do you like that matchup?
I like the Clippers.
Yeah, I like the Clippers as well. I still don't know what the Timberwolves are doing at their point guard spot. I don't know how they're gonna address that.
Bob Gillihan doesn't look bad he doesn't look bad in the summer league. He actually looks good. He's just small, man. He looks like he can get pushed around. I think that's my biggest problem with him. Now as far and I know how you feel, Swiper, about Chris Dunn. I think Chris Dunn is better on the ball than he is off the ball. I think because he played the point guard in Chicago.
He's great at both.
He played the point guard in Chicago. He played the point guard in Utah. I think he plays better on the ball than
he's an A+ on and then an A- off. Yeah. Two baddies can walk into the club at the same time, chill. You know what I mean? One of your metaphors.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Yes. Two baddies can do that. Yep. I'm not going to
leave it with me.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. The player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.